Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are in the building. Dynamic duo. Miss Judith from Building Ace Legacy and
Hello,
myself. Done this in so long, I forgot how to do it. Ain't that bad?
everyone. Uh, but listen. You know something? Cause I don't hear no echo.
Okay, good. I was concerned about all of that. I didn't check the sound.
Hmm.
Guys, first time back in God knows how long. Happy to be here. Judith put me out there like that. She stuck me out there. In my recent premiere, I forget what video it was, but within the last week, she asked if you guys were ready for a live again. So here we are. I guess I kind of held her feet to the fire once she made the announcement. I want to welcome in Just Being Sierra. Welcome, Queen. Good to have you here. Life of P. Thank you so much. I see you say you'll be driving soon. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. Sherry's Corner is creeping in the back door. Welcome, Queen.
Hello, everyone.
Um, Sherry and myself are gonna be doing a live stream together really soon. We had it scheduled. It was the day of. We were half an hour before we were going to go live, and unfortunately, I canceled because I was having some things going on. So I do apologize because I believe it was already posted and out there that we were going live, and then I had to take it down. So I do apologize for that. However, Sherry and myself are going to collaborate again for a live stream real soon, and I will put it out there. And I promise this time I'm not going to take it down. Right, Sherry? I'm thinking of bringing Sherry in on a Saturday. I know I used to bring most of my guests in on Tuesdays for adult talk after dark. I'm sorry. However, I want to bring Sherry in on a Saturday for girl talk because Saturdays are our girl talk segment, and I just think that that particular topic would do better on girl talk for Saturday. So, again, welcome, Life of P. Thank you so much, Sierra and Miss Sherry, and of course my platform co-host, Miss Judith. Hey, Erica Wilson in the building. Welcome in, beautiful. E is here, everybody. E is here.
Uh,
Um, Come on, guys. Let's go ahead and talk about it. I'm not giving y'all all day, all evening, all afternoon. I'm giving y'all about an hour. My first time back. I'm not used to being long winded anymore. I know that sounds funny, but yeah, I can give y'all like an hour. I do want to go ahead and get some meal prepping going. I have a roast that I want to get started. That's nothing. I'm gonna plop that in a crock pot. Yes, Judith, I'm doing it today. She said, Judith, she missing you on YouTube. Aren't we all?
we coming
Aren't we
soon.
all?
Soon.
She said, content coming soon, guys. So the topic, ladies, gentlemen, if you're in the bushes watching, join on in. Who wears the pants in your relationship? Does men and women play equal roles? Let's get into it. Oh, look at Erica. She coming right in off the top rope. Hello, everyone. I say it can be equal. You say it can be equal? Anybody agree or disagree? Let's go. Let's go.
What what can be equal? Elaborate.
I guess she's talking about the roles because I said, does men and women play equal roles? But again, break it down for us. Elaborate. Building Ace Legacy is in the building. Hey, Lacey. Good to see you. Good to have you here, Queen. Bunch of the wild women are in here. So let's get reacquainted, guys. Life of Peace said these days women are more manly than the guys. Shaking my head. I'm so happy you brought that up. That is gonna be a part of this conversation. Yes. Look at Precious. She ain't playing no games. Erica ain't playing no games, coming in saying they could be equal. I agree. I agree with listen, I've had
I mean, because there's so many aspects of things and so
mm-hmm,
many ways to take things and what we're talking about in discussion. But the truth of the matter is, it's going to depend on the household and what you guys create and put about and take about and maneuver and change.
turn that down.
Um, rolls are for my pantry. I want to eat rolls.
Okay, okay, but realistically, in every household there are roles.
Like
Even if
I
it's parent
like
and children, there are roles. Yes.
when the man come, I don't want to take out trash.
It seemed like you're lagging.
Probably,
Okay,
probably.
seemed like you're lagging.
But yeah, like when it comes to taking the trash out, I don't want to take no trash out. I don't want nothing to do with no trash. And guess what? For that, I'll make sure you ain't got to worry about a dish.
Listen,
That different
I
stuff.
don't mind taking out the trash if there's not a male present. I don't have a choice. But if there is a male present, I'm not doing the trash. I'm not doing the trash. So, um, I've had a lot of conversations about this topic. You guys know I always run it past friends, coworkers, colleagues, family members, whatever, and we talk about it at length so that when I bring it to you guys, I have some different viewpoints to bring. So, um, people said it depends on. Let me see what Erica say. We do everything: cook, clean, fix, and repair things, etc. The heavy stuff for the men, of course. Couldn't agree with you more. That's why I said when it comes to the trash, and that's not even heavy. I play my role when it comes to fixing things around the house. If it's something I can do, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to wait for him to come home and do it or, ask somebody to come over and do it. Anything that I can do, I'm going to do it. However, if it gets to be, too tedious of a project, then of course I'm going to invite some help in or, my partner, whatever, to take on that role. Um, So I had people say it matters if it's a older partner versus a younger partner. Then your roles should be different. What do you guys feel about that? If the man was older than the woman, should the roles be different, or vice versa? If the woman is older than the man, do you think the roles should differ? Let me see what y'all got for that. I know I have my take on it all, but I like to hear what you guys have to say because it makes for a great conversation. And then I always come in at the end and tell you guys where I stand. She agree with Erica. Life of Peace says she agree with Erica, and so does Sierra. Okay, yeah, yeah, I can go there. I get that. I get that. But again, do you think it differs if the male or female is older than their partner? So, ladies, if you dated a man at your current age and you dated a man 8 to 10 years younger, do you think it would differ with the roles you would play versus dating someone your own age or close to your age?
So because like yourself, I'm kind of reserving to see what's going on in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Well, look like we
however,
got a good one
but
from Sherry. Let's see what she say here. Right now, I wear the pants for different reasons. Y'all will find out why I'm dominant right now. He's 17 years older than I am. However, we do share different roles and different things. And that's exactly what Judith and I were saying in the beginning. There's different roles and different aspects. So I agree with that, Sherry. But like you said, we're going to find out why. It shouldn't be, I guess, in the way it does. Exactly. It will it will change the dynamic. It depends on things that are situational. Certain situations are going to arise when you're in a relationship with somebody, when you're uh, cohabitating with somebody. Things are going to come up that we're not going to think about right here, right now on this panel. But for the sake of conversation, we're just trying to touch base on different aspects. You're right. It shouldn't. However, in a way, it does. Yes.
but
Um,
that's even situational again. Like I said, for the roles, like what what roles what is dominating in what do you consider dominating in a relationship?
she said, of course, if older, I would help or get someone to help us. Okay. Depends on what you're talking about, Erica. Because I can come up with a lot of different things for that, of course. Go a little deeper for us. Break that down. Dissect that a bit more. She agreed with Sherry. Okay. Okay. All right. So, Judith, we can give our take on that particular one. If you want to go first, you can. If your
Go ahead.
partner was younger than you by 8 to 10 years, would you see the roles changing? Would it matter?
No, no. I'm an equal opportunity employer.
Hey, I see my sissy coming in. Welcome in, Helenista. Thank you, sissy. I see you here listening. It's a good one, honey. So chime in whenever you can. Um, I absolutely would see the roles differing if there was a 8 to 10 year gap in our ages in a relationship. Only because we all know that women mature faster than men. So if I have already that big of a head start, I'm going to have to be more aggressive and overzealous in that relationship. I am, because he's still going to be a bit immature and not necessarily doing things on schedule as I need. And it's not to say that it's only younger men that do it, because a lot of older men kind of drag their feet too. But I'm
And
just
that's what
saying,
I'm about.
yeah, but I'm just saying, for the fact that I have this 8 to 10 year head start and we already mature faster, I know I'm going to have to do exactly what I tell you women not to do all the time. And that's take on that, and I hate to use it, but that mommy role, because you need the things done. You need, okay, you need to lay things out. There's a schedule that needs to be kept to. And so, men drag their feet, period, on a normal basis. So you're going to have to go a little harder. You're going to have to go ham, ladies. Um, she say, okay, I've been taking more responsibility since he's been sick. Understood. I have let some things go recently. Okay. Because we've been through a lot. If he was younger than me, I would have knocked his head off. Oh my God. Don't beat him up, Sherry. Don't beat him up, Sherry. Don't knock
Come
his head
knock
off.
that,
We don't want,
knock that
we need his
head
head.
off.
We need his head. Don't get volatile. It's not that deep. Age sometimes don't matter when it comes to men, for sure. Absolutely, precious. Look at Sierra laughing at Sherry. Supposed to be listening. She laughing. um, you want to say anything else about that, Judith?
No, mine's gonna have to be some mine's in the end because no.
Okay. What do you guys think if one partner was more financially established? You think they get to wear the pants then? Because I know things are going to kind of shift. If you have a man who is hardworking, the breadwinner, and probably the only employed adult in the home, who has this wife who's a stay-at-home mom, taking care of the children, and he's bringing home all the money and assigning you to take care of the bills, do you really think he's going to observe you as an equal partner in that relationship? Let's keep it funky. Do you think if this man is the only one working in the household, going to look at you as an equal partner when you're a stay-at-home mom? Let's go, ladies. Erica laughing too. She said, girl, just wait. I won't knock his head off. However, Grace has kept me sane and out of jail. I know that's right. I can't wait. Just so y'all
Amen.
know, I am not privy to Sherry's story. I'm going to find out right along with you guys. It's going to be in real time. We're going to do things different. Normally, when I bring a panel guest on, it's more like an interview style. I'm not doing it this way this time. She is going to sit there and tell her story. So we're going to hear it together in real time. I can't wait. You dropping all kind of gems, and I'm like, girl, can we get you scheduled tomorrow? I made more money than my hubby, and he called me his sugar mama. Okay, okay, because guys do look at women who make more money as the sugar mama. It's a shame. It's a shame, but we called them sugar daddies for so long. We don't get the proper respect when we're stay at home mom. Okay, they go, precious, jumping in off the top rope again. There are very few
But
cases where they are treated equally. When this man
it, I
absolutely,
I
I
would
can't hear
say
you.
more than a few. There are some cases, but again, I believe the dynamics of things play a huge role in what's going on and how it's going on. So let's say he was the breadwinner. Let's say he break his leg, now he can't work, and you're the breadwinner. So what? And but things happen for a reason. Everybody's not taught. Men are not taught how to be a man, what a man should do, what the man's roles are, unless they've been reared properly. And the same thing for women. So some of this discussion is she's she's sweeping, and I don't like no babies to sweep. She's taking full advantage. She's taking full advantage. But yeah, I think
mixed emotions on that.
And for this whole topic, it's like mixed emotions.
Yeah, it is definitely some mixed
But
emotions.
you got to look at it when we're dating people, we're trying to figure out and what should be happening. We're figuring things out. What's left and what's right, what's up and what's down. Like that's what the dating process is. But once you commit in marriage, then what's established is what's established.
I don't know if I can go for that now. In hindsight,
Yeah.
because even though you go in with 100% great intentions, I'm not going to say good, and you just don't know.
But that's life. That's
You
life.
know, it's
That's
true. And
right.
it's unfortunate.
Right. But
But it
don't know.
happens.
If you didn't do the process, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't be at this place. You'd be at a different place.
Yeah, but when you look at things in hindsight, boy, you see and you know some things. Okay, so obviously everybody is not in the same headspace. They could be once upon a time, but eventually things can go amok without your knowledge. And once things are, like she said, misplaced, it's hard to kind of get things back um, to the place that you were comfortable or what you knew as the norm. And so, that's why this is, all over the place here. Mixed emotions for me. Had I had this topic a year ago, I would be solid in one space. But now that some things has happened, I'm looking at things with a whole new set of eyes. Um, Sherry said, "No shame here. I make it and I spend it." Absolutely, you should not have any shame. You make it. You make it. But let me ask you, if the roles were reversed, would you still have that same outlook? If he make it, he spend it. Then we have Erica. No, but I don't care. Certain things he still have to pitch in somewhat. Absolutely, not somewhat.
They got to pitch in more than somewhat.
Half, yeah, not somewhat. We're not taking those shorts. I don't care if I'm a stay-at-home mom or not. I'm not taking those shorts. We need to be equally out there. Come on, not somewhat. I want you to change that somewhat in your mind, in your mental, because I don't want you to accept anything short of what you deserve. He had to become a stay-at-home dad, and when I went to work, he found out how hard a stay-at-home mom really has. Listen, a lot of men think it's just watching the stories, watching the soaps, shopping, and gossiping. They forget about those little people that tap dance on our nerves all day, every day, from the time we open our eyes to the time we close them at night. They forget. And even after they've been gone all day and they show up and the kids run over to them and so happy to see them, they still come to mom for everything. We can't even go to the bathroom in peace. We have to even share that space with the little ones. Oh, because they coming in to ask for something. You gonna drink the rest of that soda in your cup? Can I get a lollipop? They gotta come in to ask for something. What I call my little space in my little time is when I go in the bathroom. No, I can't have that to myself. Um, with or without a partner, a mother is always going to be the go-to person for those kids when they want something or need something. We may have to ask our partner to step up and do it. Can you take care of such and such while I'm doing this? because the kids are coming directly to you. It's annoying. We don't get any time off. We don't get a vacation unless you really go on vacation without your kids. Other than that, even if you're not employed on somebody's job, on somebody's payroll, you are a mother. So you are employed. And that's why men don't understand why mothers are honored so graciously on Mother's Day. Our role is just bigger. Our role is bigger. We are the nurturers. From the time we discover we're pregnant, the time, even before that, even before it's confirmed, when you think you're pregnant, you become nurturing. When it's confirmed by your doctor or your pregnancy test or whatever, it kicks in high gear. Automatically, you're in mommy mode. Um, you're a protector. All of those senses of being a mom kicks right in. So we're nurturers before our little bundle of joy even arrives. So we have that role. We're connected to that baby immediately. And so that's why they're so dependent upon us. It's our everybody know the baby knows their mom, they know the smell, they know everything about us when they come out. That's who they gravitate towards. Not to say they don't love their father, but for anything that they need, want, or desire, the first person they're coming to is that mom. Unless we tell them no or something they don't want to hear. Sorry, guys. Then they'll go to dad because now they're going to try to divide. But at first, they come to mom. Tamika Davis, welcome in, beautiful. Thank you for joining us. I knew I was missing you. I knew if you called it, you would show up. Thank you so much, beautiful. Erica said, true. Guys act like they don't have common sense to know that something should be done. Exactly. That's what I meant when I said the kids got to come to you and then you got to yell, hey, can you do this while I'm doing that? Because they hear them. They know what they want. They just going to sit back. If you don't ask them to do it, they're not going to do it. They're going to sit back and keep playing the video game or whatever it is they're doing.
That's part of your role, mom, micromanager.
Exactly. You got to micromanage. Back up, TJ. I don't want you in front of this camera. You have to. And that's a part of it. Delegate those duties. Stop taking on so much. That's why we're overwhelmed. That's why we're overworked. That's why we're frustrated. That's why menopause is heightened because we're doing way too much. You have to sit down, have house meetings, even with your partner. Let them know. Go over your bills. This is what we got. This is what we need. What are we going to do to get to this? Or this is how much we have in savings. This is your portion. This is my portion. Or we're going to leave this alone for this. You got to talk about it. You got to talk to your partner and let them know when there's a burnout. Let them know if you're feeling uncomfortable. Let them know if you're feeling a little jealous or anything. Talk about all your emotions. Sherry, you can't spend any money now without me knowing because of things that happen. Okay, call me mean. I don't care. No, you haven't walked in my shoes. So absolutely, we don't know. We're not privy to that information. So until we hold a conversation with you, it is what it is. And guess what? That's your household. I saw an upload last night from Nana Talks. She's a part of our WOW group. For anybody here that don't know her, please go check out her channel. Nice channel. She does a lot of unboxings. She's I want to say newer grandmother. Not that she don't already have grandchildren, but she have a new 2.5-month-old grandbaby. But last night I saw an interesting upload from her. And I know a lot of the women in the WOW group saw it because I saw your comments on her video where she was just bringing it to us as her viewers, asking us how we felt about a situation. Obviously, there was someone that watched her video, and the video was a year old, and somebody recently came on the video and made a comment. The video, what she said in the video was that her husband wanted to know if he can turn one of the rooms in their home into a game room. And the person basically was trying to call her husband a wuss, saying that he had to go to his wife to get permission because she wear the pants. So it was an open discussion / video that she had, just asking us how do we feel about it and explaining why her husband asked her and why she answered. And I'm like, no, you don't have to explain that.
Well, there's the difference in a man and someone becoming a man. Because there is a pivotal point in everyone's life. Like that aha, oh, these things are going to make me an adult because your age don't make you an adult. The man consulted with his wife instead of, I'm making this a game room. What's the problem?
It's like, how she just gonna go in her living room as a game room and no knowledge of it.
Right.
But if it was me, I wouldn't have addressed it. That's just me. She felt that she her husband even told her don't address it, but she wanted to. Obviously, it bothered her. She wanted to say something about it. She's not wrong, but I just leave ignorance alone. I equally had to deal with an ignorant person recently, Judith and myself. Precious knows about it. Erica knows about it. Sierra knows about it. Coming up in my comment section saying stuff you ain't got no business saying. I will chop you down at the knees. I don't care who you are. Please don't get it mistaken. I am very nice. I'm very laid back. And I normally handle things maturely. But when you come at me sideways, and I've gave this person chances, and I was hoping they would show up, but I do realize I'm on the wrong stream because they can't even show up here today. But they could by way of a fake account. So just in case you in here, Missy Pooh, don't play with me like that. You or nobody else don't get to play with me like that. Don't question me about stuff. Anything I share in my content is what I want to bring to you. Don't question me about anything going on in my household. Rather you think it's small or big, it's my household. You want to do that? Go talk to your family and friends. Don't play with me. You don't know me. You know exactly who you are. I see Sierra laughing emoji. Exactly. You know who you are. Like I said, the ones that I named, that I spoke with directly about it, we all know who you are. You didn't only play around on my channel, you played on these women's channel as well. You probably need to stop it, because that's why I called you out in your mustache and everything. Because I'm not going to play no games. I want you to know I'm coming. I'm coming. No, we're not playing. So anything I got on you and your nosy behind, I'm going to lay you out. Back to this. My sissy's in the building. Connie Chandler Smith, everybody. That's my sister. Welcome, sissy. You finally made it in the chat. She normally catch me, but she never comes in the chat. So here she is today for the first time. That's my sister, everybody. My oldest sister. Sis had to come in while I was setting something straight. Now we're going to laugh later on the phone, okay? She say that person needs to get a life. They don't know. Right. They're ignorant, Sherry. People just think that because we come up here on a platform and we're sharing things that they have the right to give their opinion. No, listen. If you don't like my content, go on past. Don't subscribe. I'm not going to miss no ignorant subscription. Just go on past the channel. And that's how I am. When I go in places and I don't like the way the conversation is going or the way the people are talking, I gracefully bow out. They got a view. I give them a like. I'm not going to subscribe, though, especially if it's my first time there and somebody's live and they talking crazy. Because I have shown up in people's live. They don't even acknowledge you. I think if you got moderators, shouldn't they acknowledge new people coming in? That's what you got your rent for, right? Shouldn't they ask people to thumbs up the live and stuff like that? Shouldn't they ask people to give you a super chat? Shouldn't they do like moderation? Why do you have the wrench? Yeah, it's crazy. People are ignorant. Yes, Sierra laughing. Absolutely, yes. Set the record straight, Queen. I knew I was, P. I was like, she gonna show up here, and she thought because she got it mildly in the comments. When you show up here front and center, I'm gonna light your ass up like a Christmas tree.
You think it in the comments?
Huh?
You think it was mild in the comments?
To me, it was. To me, it was. This is, listen, I had to do like this in them comments. But right here, reckless. What she say? I had a guy leaving nasty comments about how I was wearing pants while I was cleaning, so I blocked him from my channel. I wouldn't have blocked him. I mean, only if he was getting indignant. He was giving you views. But if, like I said, if it gets to the point where you don't even need that nasty negative view or subscription, go ahead and do that. Yeah. She said the mustache. Absolutely. I was coming for that mustache. I did. I put it in the comments. Oh, but I was going to tear it up and get it. Day, girl. Listen, I was going to get them. I do love my husband, y'all. Please don't get me wrong. Oh, we know that. We've been through a lot. We have a good relationship now. I have trust issues. I don't blame you. 27 years. He redeemed himself. Grace. That's wonderful that you could say that, Sherry. That is a beautiful thing that you can say that, because a lot of women wouldn't stay around to see it get back to this point and turn itself around. So good for you. Um, you're like Tina Turner in a sense. Rest in peace, Tina Turner. You know, we just lost her this week. Says, see, I was about to say that. Must be that mustache. Look at Tamika laughing. I see everybody greeting everybody. She said, not the mustache. Absolutely, Lacey. We're not playing them games. And all of us know. We know. We know what that thing looked like. So you messed up. That's why you should go to somebody's channel who don't know what you look like. Don't do that. Because the first thing I'm going to come after you, sir, I'm going to come after you, boy. Girl, hard as hell, but I did it. I know it had to be hard. It have to be. It's no easy way to go through something like that. Again, I only know the topic, but I don't know her story. So I can't even back up. I said go away. Don't do that. We're gonna learn together, guys. Back up, Tyjon. We're gonna hear peep over my shoulder now. Sissy learning YouTube, guys. She's very new to it. She said, hey everybody. You and Michael's laughing, Sierra. Listen, that's how I be. Certain places I can't visit when I'm in them stores, like phone calls with Judith. Too embarrassing. Too embarrassing. But back to this. Some people feel that they are more old-fashioned, so they say the man is the head. What do you guys feel about that? Do you think the man is the head just because you're being a bit old-fashioned? Or, as Judith would say, spiritually? That the man is the head of household just because that's how you were brought up? Y'all, please look at what Sherry said. So I have a wrench beside my name on your live. How do I use it besides hitting somebody? Sweetie, when you see new people come in, greet them. You can, every now and then, you can type in the chat, please thumbs up the live, give the host a thumbs up, stuff like that. If you see anybody acting inappropriately, you can silence them. Or if they continue, you can remove them. It's some things that tap those three dots next to your anything you say in the chat, and you'll get an idea of what you can do. But I will talk to you about it later to tell you everything that you can do. Hey, Mr. Riggs, welcome in, King. I didn't know if you would show up today or not. Good to have you here. I was taught that's how it's supposed to be, but now not how it happens. Right. Because times have changed. I was brought up that way. The woman don't talk back to the man. Never tell a man to kiss your behind because he got the right to kick it. You know, I'm from the South, deep down in the South, what they call the backwoods. And they go by these things. See, they greeting Mr. Riggs and then building a. So Lacey said, biblically, yes. Okay. Yeah. I figured you felt that way, Lacey, because your mother said that. Sherry said, gotcha. Thumbs up. Thank you so much, P. Hey, Mr. Riggs. Everybody greeting Mr. Riggs.
The Colonel's in the building.
Some people felt like 50-50. A relationship should be 50-50 because there's no man above the crew. What do y'all think about that? No matter what the situation is, it should be 50-50. Do you guys agree with that? And then there was when earlier, Judith, you were saying it depends on issues. So if you want to elaborate on that a little bit, you can. I knew we were going to come back to that.
So I'm when I'm saying issues, like people perspectives and the way they view things are so different. People take things in different ways. I'm saying spiritually. Understand and believe. When I marry someone, he has no choice but to be the head of the household. He has no he if he not if I don't have a man that's equal to my spirituality, he not for me. He's not for me. So I wouldn't waste nobody's time. I'm not wasting nobody's time, and I don't want nobody wasting my time. I'm 52, so I know what I need, I know what I want, and I know how I want things to be. So if you're not leading, especially spiritually, then it's not for me. So that's kind of the place I'm saying, because everybody's not spiritual, and people have different spiritualities and whatever, and that's fine. However, what I need and what I want, that's for me. I understand differences, because be, let's understand this for Judah, right? How much money you make don't make you a man. Your status don't make you a man, or all those different things people take into consideration about stuff, and that's not what makes you a man. So 50 is not a thing for me either. We both got to give 100%. So we now this 50-50 stuff, financially, is that what you're talking about, 50-50? Because I don't want a part of a man either. So that's why I'm saying I want 100%. I'm going to give 100% and I want 100%. So this is what I mean by different perspectives, different understandings, different things go for different places. It's not for it's not, you can't generalize this. There's no generalization
You're
in this.
not going to get a relationship that's like everything down the middle. You're not going to get that. 50-50 meaning bring it 100%. So, of course, you want 100%. That means you want him to bring his 50. And you're going to equally bring your 50. But there is no perfect relationship.
No, I mean, I'm bringing 100 and he's bringing 100.
Of course, you're bringing 100% of yourself. But to make a whole, you got half and half. So it's 50-50, technically speaking.
No, to make a whole, we got a third. He's a third, I'm a third, and God is a third.
Okay.
If we're going to be technical about it.
No, we're talking about in the household. We're not talking about the spiritual aspect of it right now. Let's talk about the household itself.
Right.
There's two parties that's financially bringing in this money. So he's bringing in 50%, you're bringing in 50%.
So the reason I don't agree with the 50% is because if I were, and again, this is me and a person that I link up with, I want to have the same type of understanding that I have. If I make $150,000 a year and he making $25,000 a year, why would he be paying the same amount that I'm paying? Or vice versa. If I make $25,000 and he make $150,000, so I don't agree with it.
What type of home are y'all gonna be living in?
A great home for the money that he making or I'm making.
But every household is set up different. Some people pay the rent and or mortgage. Some people pay the utilities.
That's why, right? But that's why that's why I said the first thing I said is different, because people,
of course. So everybody's going to even handle that differently. Of course. Of course. But that's when y'all sit down and have this conversation. This is what you're agreeing to. This is what he's agreeing to. That's your 50-50. It's not technically the utility came in for electric today is $140. So where's your 70? Not like that. Right. Just whatever y'all agree to, that's his half and that's your half. Bring it. Bring it. Unfortunately, if somebody falls sick or falls short, for whatever reason, they lose their job, whatever, of course, you're going to have to do a little more. It's understandable until they get back on their feet, because there's going to be a time that you may fall short or become unemployed or have a surgery or, God forbid, anything else.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Just make sure everybody's playing their part, because you have a lot of piss poor niggas.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. No, it's no excuse.
Living
It's no
with
excuse.
people.
Right. Right.
And that's male and female. I'm not just
Right.
talking about men. You got some
Right.
trifling women out there too.
Right.
Piss poor.
Yeah.
That want somebody to take care of them and ain't got a pot or a window.
Yeah.
So let's just keep things fair. I don't mind 50-50 if we really going to go 50-50 in everything. That's almost impossible, P. That's I don't from what you just stated there, I get the electric bill that I just used. Came in for 140. Where's your 70? That's not always going to work. It probably do for you, but there's going to be a problem at some point if you're taking every document and splitting it right down the middle. Just get an understanding with your partner as to what you expect from them to bring home to make that household run. And also, before you have these conversations, ladies, be smart. Make sure it makes sense. So in the event anything happens and you guys split, go your separate ways, divorce, whatever, you still can carry the load on your own. Make sure that's very, very important. Because we all know, sorry, Mr. Riggs, you're the only one in here. Men have a tendency of moving in on you.
That you know of. Yes.
Using you up and saying bye-bye and going to the next one. And you left with all the debt and all the bills and all the responsibilities and how to figure everything out, So that's why I said be smart in the beginning, ladies. When you go to have this talk with these men, make sure all of that is taken into account so you can have you a secret savings and you're ready. You're ready, because we tend to get left all the time with taking care of everything. You got to remember these little creatures that's moving around the earth, little snakes called men. They do it to us every time. That's why they're so laid back. They're okay with everything. Even Mr. Riggs in the chat has admitted how he did things purposely in the past to get out of the house and go with another woman and stuff like that. What was he doing? Setting things up. And if he couldn't get anything else, he had you waiting. He said he wouldn't let you go because he may have to turn back to you and utilize you for something else. So don't forget, set yourself up properly. When you go in to have these conversations, keep in mind that he can leave. Things can end. And you want to be able to still carry the load. It's nothing more embarrassing than somebody leaving you and you lose everything. And guess what? When you have to start from scratch, nobody around. Nobody helped you. Family and everybody. Nobody got nothing for you. So set yourself up. Hey, I believe that the man is the head. Okay, Mr. Riggs. You would. Like I said, I do too. I was raised that way. But if you're not behaving like the head, then I'm going to have to go ahead and take on that role. We'll talk about that in a few. Right now, I don't have a man, but when I did, he wasn't acting like the head of that family, so I've been in charge, and that happens a lot, Tamika. That is what a more modern day relationship looks like in the U.S. I can't talk about everybody else's country. I'm talking about here where we live and what we know is the norm. You see a lot of women playing the head, even with a man present. Nothing disturbs me more than I see a woman pull up with a car full of groceries and call all the kids to help bring it in, and the husband just sitting there. Nothing disturbs me more. Get up and help. Nobody should have to tell you that. When you see that car coming up the street, you know what it is. You know where she went. Get up. Help carry that food in. She got to cook and clean and take care of you behind and do everything else, pack your lunches, all that stuff. Get up and help. Lady, if you have a man like that, you ain't got no man. You ain't got no man. I see them coming in with Bibles now. Who's that? Mr. Riggs and Sherry. Anybody else? Judith, you ain't getting on that? Lacey? Ephesians, guys, they telling you, read it. Read it. Sierra, Mr. Riggs is in the building. Truly don't believe any relationship is equal. What you feel about that, Judith?
I feel that it's true.
It's true. Unfortunately, I feel the same way. It's hard.
That's the same thing I'm saying, because people have different perspectives, outcomes, what they need, how they need it, so no, it's not equal, but it can get to an equal place. They can, if that's what the individuals want.
I agree. That's a hard one for me. I hate to have to say it, but it's really true. It's really true. There's not a lot of relationships that are equal. It's so sad. I've been watching a lot of people, relationships, marriages, common law, whatever. It's not the same. She agree. Erica says she agree. Marriage should be 100 to me. 50-50 is called divorce. Oh God. I pay the bills out of our account and we discuss things that we want to spend and we go about things like that. Okay. And that's what I was talking about. Have that conversation. So Sherry, that's right. That's exactly what I was talking about. I see where y'all going with the 100. She said 50-50 is called divorce. Oh my God. I know exactly where you're going with the 100. And trust me, I want 100 plus. But I'm just saying, realistically, looking at it, it's half and half. She said, yep, and don't have nothing. Absolutely. They'll walk away and leave you high and dry. It's modern day. No, I'm saying it when we speaking on household and kids. Okay, Precious. She said when we speaking on household and kids. Okay.
That's exactly what I was saying. That there's so many different perspectives in relationship and what we're talking about, and it would have to be like you saying. So we talking about the bills, the groceries, maintaining the household, whatever. Yes, that's 100% different. That's 100% different.
The link is in the chat, Mr. Riggs. He said drop the link. Did y'all see it? I just put it in there. Oh, there you go. Welcome, Mr. Riggs, to the panel, y'all.
What's going on?
Colonel.
So no equal relationships, huh, sir?
Oh, as soon as I heard something about some 50-50 and that breadwinner, I said, oh, I can't leave out. I gotta hop in this right here. No, you talk about the breadwinner. In all honesty, if you look up the definition of breadwinner, all it says is that the person who makes money, earns money for the family. It's no price tag. Who makes more? Who makes less? It's all about who does for that family. So.
But clearly, the winner is the person that makes more, even if it's not defined that way. That's the statement. The person that's bringing the bulk of the money to the household is considered the breadwinner.
Okay, so when you go to work, you have a boss. Because you work underneath that boss, is he still the boss, or you become the boss because you're working and earning the money for him?
No. Not the job.
Just a comparison, that's all.
Talking about the household.
The household. A lot of females say taking care of the household is a full-time job, don't they?
It is.
Okay. So therefore, in order to maintain that job,
you're not making the money. That's why he is the breadwinner, because he's bringing the money. You're doing it in the household. You man in that household. It's true. Most of us in here are homemakers, employed and still full-time homemakers, but not necessarily the breadwinner, not necessarily the one bringing in the bulk of the money.
Oh, true that.
Say every utility bill is in his name. Good for you, Sherry. You're a smart woman. Because if we gonna jam some things and mess up some credit, sometimes we gotta mess yours up. So now when you go to that
Really,
next
that's
one and try to get reestablished, I'm not making it that easy for you no more.
Okay, yeah. That's what y'all. That's what's being said now, huh, Miss Sherry? Okay, I got you.
That's what happens.
What?
She said, I like the way Sherry's speaking about. Right. Erica said, oh boy. I need somebody to come take care of me. And each person within the relationship intention needs to be 100. Right. Though if you are with your twin flame, you'll balance each other out. I couldn't agree with you more.
Wow.
I couldn't agree with you more.
So a lot of people think that a relationship is 50-50. I don't understand. How is that possible?
It should be. We don't think that they are. We think they should be.
Why is that?
Our argument is that they aren't.
They're not supposed to be.
Okay, so what's your idea of a what's an ideal relationship for you? What does that look like?
I control things. I control what goes on in my household. I'll provide for my household. I'll protect my household. That's it.
You control everything?
Within the house, that means a bill, that cell phone ring, or whatever, that's on me. If anything goes off in that house, that's on me. So, of course, I have control over that. Even when it comes to food shopping, yes, you need to buy what I eat.
Am I being punked? Am I being punked?
Are you married?
I know you ain't come up here with this foolishness with all these women up in here.
Are you married?
Okay, so can we get your real answer? Wait a minute. Can we get your real answer now? Because I know that ain't it.
I have to stir the pot.
Okay. Sheesh. Because here goes Erica. Here we go.
Gotta stir the pot.
Definitely a full-time job. Absolutely. She said, you don't got me, sir. You don't know me. Sorry. I know that's right, Sherry. Listen, baby, he playing. He is playing. Why not? See, they was coming for you. Bro, you better be careful up here today.
You see the shoulders, they draw for a reason. For a reason.
He talking that crazy stuff, y'all. Get him. Get to know me before you can say that, especially since you don't understand the background of my speaking. Okay. And that's very fair.
To a point. Because if certain things are thrown out, they're open to criticism and everybody's own perception of what's being said. So if you don't want any feedback from a different view, see how I don't know you, I declare crazy. Certain things should be kept silent.
Oh no, this is an open forum here. We all can talk. Come on, realistically, what does the dynamics of a relationship look like to you for real? Are you really that dominating? Are you really that arrogant?
No.
As you're presenting yourself right now. I mean, I know you personally, they don't. So I'm just saying.
No, it's just for real. For me, it's just everything is cool as long as there's a level of respect between the two people. That's all.
Erica said, "You gonna eat what I cook." Listen. She ain't never tell a lie. Keep stirring. Where's the control of that rich?
I'm a cook.
You're freezing.
Yeah, she froze up.
You froze up, Judith. Say it again.
I said, not only is he gonna eat what I cook, sometimes I'm gonna cook what you don't like.
Okay.
And then that means the heat goes off.
I'm sure Mr. Riggs isn't saying that the woman doesn't influence the decisions because she is also smart and brings her intelligence to the table.
Oh, yeah. See, now the whole thing about bringing things to the table, Ms. Wanda, we already talked about that. That's a whole thing by itself. Yeah, that's a whole thing by itself. But I will
be honest
agree with
y'all. He just blowing smoke. He really is trying to stir the pot. Because we just spoke about something real recent. He not going for that foolishness.
Nah.
Because he just came up here to start trouble. But he's going to eventually keep it real at some point.
what is that? What's her name? Hellenista. I agree with that. You know, honestly, most men really can't do anything without the influence of a woman anyway, because most men are just stupid. Nah, I like her. She's cool.
I love her. I love her. That's my sister from another mister.
Mhm.
She said, "Yeah, you gonna eat what I cook." I know that's right, Erica. Erica said, "Hello." Well, I'm blowing smoke right back. Keep dishing it out. I'm loving Sherry. Sherry's on fire today. Sherry is on fire. She not playing with you. Hellenista, if you love each other, you will do things to make each other happy in a healthy relationship. Absolutely. And again, she's speaking from something real recent. Um, you have to be respectful of your partner 360 all the way around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the motivation right there. Because if you make me happy, most men will go above and beyond to ensure that you're happy.
And this is what
Yeah,
I
man.
know. And this
Yeah.
is what I know. And I'm working on some things about myself. I don't like making people unhappy. I really don't. Unless you deserve it, sir. And I ain't talking about you, Mr. Riggs. I'm talking about the other sir. They know who.
Uh oh. Uh oh.
Then I don't
Uh
care.
oh.
But no, in a relationship, when I love and adore and am really into my relationship, my partner, I don't like to be the cause of their pain in any form. Maybe it's a joke that I cut. They didn't like it. I still don't want to be the one that have caused that pain or have them to revisit some things. Um, that they're still harboring some emotions over. I don't want to be the one. I don't want to be the one to cause an unnecessary disagreement. I don't have a problem with apologizing and stuff like that. She said, I'm loving Sherry. You don't even know. Sherry ain't playing with you, Mr. Reeves. So, yeah, I just got to put that out there. It really isn't a perfect relationship out there. I mean, it's what your idea of perfect is. What works for you, what works for your household. Another point was they were saying like women tend to be more submissive when it's due to culture. So if it's like an American woman dating a foreign man, women tend to be more submissive and go along with the man is the head of household thing, or just do things differently from when she's dating another American man. So Judith have dated someone who was a foreigner. Do you agree with that, Judith? Do you find yourself doing things differently because the man is foreign or from a different culture that you wouldn't necessarily do with any American man that you dated?
No,
You don't treat them any differently?
no, no.
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. I did things different. I embraced the culture. I respect their culture.
Well,
I
that's
can't be with a man if I don't respect his culture.
right. But trying to understand their culture and where they're coming from and what they're doing, their language, their what they eat, how they eat. There's I don't feel that that's not part of submission to me. That's not part of
No,
submission.
there's some
You
things that
trying
come
to
with their
understand
culture where they'll
if you
say, in my
if
country, the woman
if
do this.
if you're dating someone here, they're going to say, "Well, when I dated Takesha, okay, well, you're not dating Takesha now,
Turn it down so.
or go back to Takesha." But I don't. That's why I'm saying to me, it's not different. The same way when you start a relationship, person A, person B, right? Y'all got to get to know each other. Y'all got to understand what each other like, don't like, what are triggers for you, words, content, whatever. Same thing if you're dating an American, African, an Asian, whatever. You giving everybody the same respect. You trying to understand them. Dislikes, likes, how to do
I
things.
do. Oh, don't get me
Right?
wrong. I do. I respect everybody and I demand the same respect. However, when it's a person from a different culture, I can't handle them like I handle American men. They don't even speak the same.
Well,
When somebody shares with you, this is my culture, what I'm not going to do is try to disrespect your culture in any way. So I'm going to find out, you know, where we can come together cohesively. I'm going to bend a little, you're going to bend a little. And that's even with an American to American relationship.
but
There's going to be some triggers for this man, and he's going to point them out to me, and I'm going to work with him. So I'm saying I do things differently when I'm dating a different culture. It's true.
right, but that's all I'm saying. It's not. I'm saying the same.
I'm not going like coming to America, whatever kind of food you like, whatever.
Right.
I'm not doing that.
Right.
No.
Right.
But I have to respect my partner like I need for him to respect me. So there's going to be some things that I'm going to have to adjust and get acclimated to, and vice versa. That's what I'm saying. Yes. And I'm going to go above and beyond and try to learn the language, try to eat the foods, try to, learn how they move about culturally. I'm going to do that. Just like he's equally going to do the same for me. So you have to, and Helenesa's in the chat, she dated someone who was a foreigner, and I'm sure she made some adjustments. First of all, it's going to happen naturally because you're on a different time zone. So you're going to do things differently altogether just from that. Then you're going to change your daily routine so it kind of fit with the time zone different. You're going to do things. Judith used to get up and with her ex, wake him up for prayer. That was different. She wasn't doing that before. The time zone difference.
Okay.
So,
It was
So-
and he's a Muslim. I'm not a Muslim either.
right.
Okay, so point taken. And honestly, even when during my time in the military, when I visited a friend that lived in Kuwait, taking my shoes off. A lot of people over here don't take their shoes off when they enter the house, but you have to. It's almost like they practice Islam also. There's going to have to be a happy, respectful medium
Yes.
when you're dealing with certain people from other lands and other countries.
Exactly. And it's automatic.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not saying do nothing drastic. Like I said, the woman was like, whatever kind of
Thank
food
you,
you like,
Sierra.
whatever you want, whatever this. No. Just being an adult and being in a committed relationship with respect, you're going to do things differently. You respected him enough because he was Muslim. You were waking him up for prayer. He really adored that. Nobody else has done that for him. So you made a sacrifice of your sleep, of your time to make sure that he was able to pray. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. It was great in his eyes because, again, he had nobody to do that in the past. So you showed him an interest that nobody else had shown him. The fact that he tried to teach you his language to make sure you were aware of what was being said around you and stuff, he equally did something for you that he hadn't done for anybody because he didn't date another American. So he was trying to make sure you're aware of conversations around you. Why do you think he do that? Because he cared about you. They do things too. It might seem small to some people, but when you date foreigners like myself, you will understand why people do the things they do. They want to make you feel comfortable. They want to make you feel like you don't have to be jealous or anything like that, or that they respect you enough to share some things with you that other Americans are not privy to. So it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing conforming. I'm just saying, I think the word submissive is what get people on edge.
See, that's what I was going to touch on. Like, explain to me what does submission mean to you?
It means a number of things. I can't lie, and I know that when 9 times out of 10, when that word is being utilized, it's more in the fashion of, like I said in the beginning of Coming to America, when she was like, whatever kind of food, whatever. No.
It's the place where we looking at different perspectives and understanding of things because it's different for everybody. And yes,
people just need to calm down. It's not that deep all the time.
Submissive.
I don't know. I hear that word, and the first thing I think of is obedient.
And that's It's obedient, but not magnified like that. People magnify it. It's just conforming. It's simply, like you said, they take the shoes off. Is that a hard thing for me to come in the house and take my shoes off? You got right into it. You're doing what they do. It's okay. That's a form of submission. Doesn't mean that anything this means go do this and go do that and you got to do it. No, I think that's too extreme. I think people taking that word and just running with it. Simply doing something that makes your partner happy, something that you've never done before or you've never been asked to do before, and you do it for them out of love or like or whatever. That's a form of submission. It's a form of love. So it can equally mean love. It could equally mean respect. I just think when people hear the word submissive, it's like blown up because of the stigma that comes with it. But it's not a bad thing. You can take an American to an American in a relationship. Somebody's being submissive. Somebody's listening to somebody. It's not a bad thing.
At some point.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's all in your level of intelligence and how well you receive that word. And if you're not controlled by what's going on in society around you or what other people think, you're fine with the word, because I'm fine with it. I've shared with you guys before. The other ladies that were dating Nigerians used to ask me, like, you don't mind when they be talking their language? And I'm like, no. For what? I don't feel intimidated. I don't care. It's all in how you feel. Obviously, they didn't feel comfortable. So they had a problem. They will argue with their husbands. I didn't have that problem. Another thing was, okay, so is Judith back? She left.
She out.
Okay, so females who are emasculating men.
Oh, for real?
Yes, I told y'all earlier we were going to kind of go back to something. So when a man is somewhat emasculated, and normally that's when a female is more financially grounded.
Huh?
That they tend to emasculate their man. If they feel you moved into my stuff and I'm making this and you ain't got no job, they treat you any kind of way. And you know it to be true.
Oh, absolutely.
Emasculate. When they feel more dominant than the man, they have less respect. I see it all the time. It's true. Women might not want to agree, but it's true, ladies.
But Wanda, that's been that's where my motivation comes from. I was in a relationship like that, and I hated it. To the point where I did everything I could
to get out of it, or to get your stuff together.
Get my stuff together, more so, then basically come throw it in her face. Like, this is where I'm at now.
I get that from you all day, every day. You still have that behavior.
Huh?
You still have that.
Oh, wow.
We'll talk, and I'm glad you brought that up, because you still have that going on right now.
Yeah, you got to explain that to me. I thought I got rid of that.
No, you didn't get rid of it. It's there. It's not really extreme, but I still see it. I guess,
I don't know. I got to be the top of my game.
You and it's okay. And I didn't feel a ways. It was just a recent conversation that we held. And from you saying that right now, that's exactly what I identified in that conversation. So I will share that with you. But it happens. Women lose respect for men that do not work and live in their home.
Nah.
You have some that don't mind playing the mommy role, and I don't get it. I'm not going to take care of a broke down man.
That's an experiment going wrong.
Men living in stuff, it's just that's just some women's personality.
She chopping up for you?
Huh?
She chopping up for you? She's chopping up for me.
Yeah. But
it's just some personalities is what I'm saying. Well,
to be honest with you, I could say she's chopping up still.
Okay. Go ahead.
I honestly could say those men that want to sit in the house, sit on the couch, and let their wife, woman, girlfriend pay all the bills and do whatever. I have to go back to what Judith said earlier. I think almost a lot of men are like that in the beginning until they get tired of it or their feelings get hurt to a point before they go out and try to find out what their role as a man actually is. You know what I mean? So that's that. Once they find out, then that's when you start seeing a man actually acting like a man. He start moving different. You know what I mean? He has like women, we have standards. I have certain standards that nobody's breaking. I mean, I will accept this, but I will not accept that. You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, I will play my role as needed for the relationship that I'm in.
Okay. I just want to say I recently finished this new show, Queen's Court. I even talked about it in one of my recent uploads the other day when I believe I was doing laundry and just busting it up with the community. But I watched that show and it was very interesting to me. That was the one for anybody, if you're here and you don't know, it's Tamar Braxton. What's the girl's name? Nivea and Evelyn Lozada was all looking for a partner. And they had several men to choose from. And they kept doing like this speed dating thing. And at the end of every episode with a speed date, they were allowed to eliminate people that they felt was not going to be their king. I watched these men. To me, they were selling out. I got to be honest. Because I know good and hell well, if these were not famous women, they wouldn't have been carrying on like that. And they wouldn't even hung around for an experiment like that. It's just because at the end of the day, if you were going to be able to get one of the three of these famous women, they hung in there. They had to watch these women go on dates with one another. They had to watch them, interact with one another. And some of them, were obviously 6 of them was for Evelyn and maybe 8 of them was for Tamar. So they were all competing amongst each other and stuff like that. And then it was very interesting to sit back and watch how men would, to me, they sold out. Like I said, they were sold out because I know in the hood, ain't no man doing all that.
No. For one, you're not putting me and or disrespect me all over the world for a date. A date is nothing established. It's no longevity with anything but a date. I got a date just by being on the set with you. What are you talking about?
That's how I feel. And the 2 of them got lucky because Evelyn walked away with a guy who eventually became her fiance, and Tamar walked away with a fiance. But the other girl, Nivea, I believe that's who it was. The 2 guys that were going and she couldn't decide, she let them both go. So nobody got her. So you did all that and humiliated yourself on national TV for what? And again, I know that if that was normal circumstances and these women were not superstars, it wouldn't have went that way.
But I bet you almost half of the men that was on there would act the same way. I promise you.
You think?
Oh yeah, this day and age, they trying to find an actual man is like pulling straws. You know what I mean? You got too many men out here that like when we had that conversation before, Wanda. Men out here get to the point where I'm gonna get this type of job or I'm gonna do this hustle and I'm flashing money because I'm gonna buy this woman. You know what I mean? That's the mentality. You know what I mean? And then you have other men that's not about flashing. A lot of men want to get to know who they're dealing with. Let me find out how this soil is before I plant this seed. You know what I mean? It's like society today has, oh my goodness. It's scary. You know what I mean? It's real scary.
I don't know.
Huh?
If you haven't, ladies, please tune into that. Queen's Court. It's on Peacock. I don't know, everybody in different areas and stuff, but it's on Peacock. And I sat there and watched it. Man, it was so many episodes, but I just binge watched it. It was so good. But again, I was so turned off by these men and their behavior competing over these women like that. Because ain't no way in the world I would have stayed in a situation like that. Even if it was for women competing for men.
I don't like The Bachelor and Bachelorette, so I never would watch Queen's Court again.
I see Kirk Franklin and his wife got one coming out too.
Hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't watch that stuff.
I don't know. I think after watching Love After Lockup and all that, I'll stick with that ghetto stuff. As far as I'm
What?
good with the stars is what's the one with is it Dr. Ish? That's his name. The one Celebrity Boot Camp and all that. I will watch that
Well,
because
no,
that's
I like that. It's a lot of good advice that's given on Celebrity Boot Camp. Like,
yeah, it's
I'm like,
celebrity,
I
it's
could deal with
celebrity,
that.
and plus I like what Judge Toller brings, and I like what Dr. Ish. But
My condolences still go out to Judge Toller.
you still what?
My
What you say?
condolences to her
Oh
for losing
yeah.
her husband. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And she didn't announce that for a while. They said, yeah,
Nah, they didn't. She ended
absolutely.
up putting that. I found out on Instagram because I follow her on Instagram.
I forget how I found out, but it was like weeks after it happened when she finally
Yeah.
said something. Yeah. Um, guys, it's been real hanging out with y'all. We over our hour mark.
Yes.
I told y'all I got an hour to give, but not much more. Thank you, Mr. Riggs, for always coming and stirring the pot.
Hey, yeah, I try. I
No,
try.
you listen. When we had you in the past, you was down. Everybody was pro Mr. Riggs. I think you might have tweaked that a little bit tonight, bro. You got to come back and redeem yourself another time.
Right.
Hey, not a problem.
Hmm.
I can do that.
You okay with what you did here today, huh?
Absolutely. Because I mean, in all honesty, that emotion, actually helps with decision making. I mean, everything helps. It might not be the right way, or a lot of people may not like that way, but you know what I mean. In the end, overall, when it's looked back on, it helped do the job.
Oh my God.
Especially the young lady that was talking about all the smoke. Oh yeah, I can't wait till she go on there.
Oh, Sherry? Oh,
Sherry, yeah, Miss Sherry.
but you ain't gonna be
I'm
coming
waiting
at
on
me
you. I'm
sideways
waiting
and
on you,
just
Miss Sherry.
oh, don't worry. I'll make sure I'll send you a personal link when I know Miss Sherry's on.
Okay.
All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
See y'all later.
Kings and queens, everybody in the bushes, everybody, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Happy to be back here. Um,
All right.
hey baby, it did what I needed it to do.
Oh,
That's our
that baby
baby.
girl.
Uh-huh.
That
You
baby girl.
can't
Let me
see
see.
her, but
Where's
she's
she at?
there.
I can't see him.
See her? See her right there?
Hey,
Hi.
baby girl.
Hi, Mr. Riggs.
Hey, how you doing? What's up, man?
Mr. Riggs.
Don't you be telling Mr. Riggs on nobody on this doggone camera. You see Mr. Riggs when you see him. Tell him come to the park.
Come to the park. Like we
Got
did.
you.
Like we did last day. You heard
When
it?
we get to the
Okay.
park, we'll take the clothes off, the same clothes, and I'm going to put the same clothes back on.
You gonna take your church clothes off and put the other clothes back on? Okay. All right. Say
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
oh my God.
All right.
Yeah, I did. This did exactly what I needed it to do. It's been a while. I told y'all I couldn't even I couldn't even set up the live stream. It's been so long, but we'll be back. Sherry, I'm going to chat with you this week so we can get you rescheduled and I can get Mr. Riggs that link ASAP. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Y'all want to say
All
bye?
right. See you later.
Yes.
Well,
Bye.
bye. Not Elsa.